القدس وعكا نحن إلى يافا في غزة نحن وقلب جنين الواحد منا
I came tonight to be with others, to listen to poetry that could help us put in words the suffering of humanity, and to through these words, through these poems, get closer to the genocide in different moments, in different geographies, affecting different people. And in this way, I think we become more human. And for me, it's a way in which I can live through the pain that others are going through, feel their pain in a minimal way, but it's my intention to be with others and be aware of the continuous pain that Palestinian people are suffering today, as well as other people have suffered in the past. And the poetry really helps us cope with it and appreciate the pain and the beauty of being human and being able to live the pain with others. I appreciate this evening very much. Thank you for being here.
ونراك بخير حين تنادينا لعمار بيوت وبساتين سنعيدك وطنا رغم مآسينا أحرارا نشدو متحدين لن نسكت لن نستسلم لا 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 نفديك لنحيا يا فلسطين فلسطين بلادي نحملها جرحا.
It's the 8th annual commemoration of the Rohingya genocide, which took place in 2017. The Rohingya historical tradition is a largely oral tradition, and poetry is key to preserving and passing down this tradition. In order to commemorate the Rohingya genocide, we thought it best that the team at Protect The Rohingya and all of you in attendance tonight also participate in a Rohingya tradition that is more than 800 years old. Beyond Rohingya oral traditions, poetry is also a really important tool. It gives a voice to the marginalized and the voiceless. It helps us to feel empathy and solidarity with our fellow human beings. It helps us to care or even take action against genocide. It assists us to learn from the past, and poets can speak truth to power in the form of critiquing systems of oppression or outright challenging them. Tonight, we have chosen to highlight 8 lesser-known genocides for you, 4 of which are currently taking place, the first being the Palestinian genocide. Please see my colleague lighting candles for each genocide. This event and successful online campaign would not have been possible without the help of our dedicated comrades, and I'd like to say thank you to a few of them right now, namely Abida, Amara, Ned, Mahdia, Maryam, Marta, Sauda and Fazana for traveling all the way from KZN to be here, and Kader and his lovely team at IT Corner who are feeding us tonight, and Philippa as well as her teams of poets, Jamila Roshani, Deepika Nath, Basiwala Natabi, Sahar Carter, and Justin Blankenshire. So the good news for everyone is that despite my attempts at poetry recitation, I'm not responsible for the poetry curation tonight. Philippa is. Right. Dr. Philippa Yardemelius studied journalism at Rhodes University and theatre at the Jacques Lecoq School in Paris. She lectures creative writing at Wits University Johannesburg and is a distinguished alumnus of Rhodes University Journalism and Media Studies. I'm now going to hand you over to Philippa and her team of poets. Please enjoy your evening of live poetry with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. What we wanted to do with the poetry this evening was to create a sound current in order to really try to find the feeling of what it means to be a human being that is accompanying other human beings on this very difficult journey. I'm very, very grateful that my team of poets agreed to come along. These are all people who are studying poetry, and they also helped to find the poems. They came with poems and they came with their own stories, because poetry is personal.
This is titled Stories About People Who Can't Speak. Some stories pick up fallacies with time dependent on its authors. They are bent and contorted to suit the safeties, securities, and sanctimonious civilization drink of denial while telling stories at their dinner tables with children around.
Day one, I have nothing. I stand before you with nothing. I am nothing. You stand before me with nothing. I don't know what I know, but I know that you know nothing. Having come from nothing, to nothing and from nothing, let my nothing meet your nothing. We may find something there.
No dreams, only nightmares. Each episode worse than the last. Genocides alter us. No one is immune. We learn, we don't learn. We protest, we celebrate. We speak out, we remain silent, we confront, we see, we look the other way. Genocides change us. No one is immune.
I came of age in the arms of Lord Shiva. He welcomes with stone sculpted arms. I slurp curry, crimson as a monk's robe tinged with the sun on his morning arms, what locals call pig's blood. I think of you as the wind in Battambang. I hear mother's murmur as she searches for her past on the stranger's land. What remains of you is gone. Sandals kick the dirt in a hiss of spray. The cold night you died, boughs of palm trees shuddered. A smoke screen of incense covers our relatives. Palms clutch apologies, chant in Pali before your name inscribed on offerings.
They told you shrapnel made men celestial. That's why you joined the army. In midsummer, when weather vanes carousel, you pull your silence taut over our house. Nothing bad will happen to us now, not with you standing sentinel at the edge of our sleep, guarding against the peace thieves. In the living room, you and I mummify, waiting for the rains to pass. Dust settles on our eyelids, the choleric mahogany. Should you ever speak, I'd tie my hair to the hooves of your voice. I'd have my death by dragging out with the water dream sunk. I'd ask if you've seen the moles in the garden, the bird nest under the eaves. I'd ask how many you captured, how many did you kill?
I'm glad I came tonight. It reignites the anger in you and the rage in you to notice all of these things are happening without it's okay. Without being able to do anything. But yeah,
it was very, very moving. And yeah, poetry is a form of resistance. And even though there's not much we can do, I'm glad we could come here and support tonight. And yeah, free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo. Yeah.
We were here tonight, gathered at the IT Corner to commemorate multiple genocides. An evening of reading poems by different poets who lived through genocides. And yeah, it was a beautiful turnout, I believe.
Yeah, it was incredible. I think it was also especially powerful. We decided to put this together within the past few weeks, and I think Philippa was an incredible force in getting this all together. Philippa was also the one that was, if you're seeing any footage of what had happened, Philippa was the one that was taking roses and throwing them outside this bowl to commemorate, I guess, the genocides themselves, but also our role inside of all these genocides as well. Yeah, it was an honor to be a part of, and an honor to be in communication with these poets.
It was, and really just also a reminder that like all of us are equally taking part in this in some shape or form, whether actively or passively.
Exactly.
And the call to take a more active choice in how we deal with these ongoing atrocities.
Exactly.